Hello. How are you today? Yes, okay, in this video, we're going to talk about the cultural shock because cultural shock is a real thing and how to overcome the cultural differences. And do not worry too much about it, but instead, with a simple shift mindset, you can become more familiar with your surroundings and feel more at ease. And this is what we all want, right? We want to feel included. I'm going to share with you a tip on how to do that. And it came to me with a very silly activity I was doing while reading the newspaper. And well, I'll tell you about a bit more about it in this video. Let's talk about mindset first. Because when you approach a new culture, it is completely normal and it happens to all of us. The first reaction is like, what is this? Why are they doing this thing, whatever it is? Um, this doesn't make any sense. Everything is like, this is not the way I do it, right? This is what it's going in our head. Something, there is a barrier because you don't get it and you feel surprised, right? And this is normal and it's okay. It's okay, but let me ask you, is it helping you? Is it helping you to go through your daily life in your new surroundings? Probably not. So, I want to share with you a shift of mindset. And it's very simple. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It is simple. But I encourage you to be a bit more open and be curious instead of rejecting what it is. Be curious in the sense of ask yourself, oh, I don't know about this. I wonder what it is. It's interesting. At least say to yourself, it's interesting. Because the moment you ask yourself questions, you become more open minded and you allow to receive an answer instead of just saying a statement like, oh, I don't like this. I don't know what it is. Right? Saying that way, I don't know what it is, it gives you, okay, it finished there. It finishes there. You cannot evolve. Hence, you cannot connect. So ask yourself open questions about this new country, this new culture, this new custom, whatever it is that you feel shocked about, that you feel like, this is not the way I do it. Yeah? So how can you embrace a new shift, a new a new mindset, right? A new, you want to flip it, right? How can you do that? Well, the first thing is just, I told you, just ask yourself open questions. But you need a new perspective, right? Otherwise, you will always encounter this, but I don't like this because I'm not used to it, right? So, look, I was reading the newspaper and I reached to this, the puzzle section that you do these little activities for kids sometimes. And do you know that exercise or activity is like spot the differences? There are two almost identical images, and they ask you to spot the differences. So then you really focus on finding the 7 or 10 differences. But instead, what connects the two images is that they are similar, they are very alike. There are more similarities than differences. And this is what I want you to do the same. When you arrive to a new country, there are more similarities to you, to your own culture, to yourself, than differences. They are, because we are all human beings, right? So instead of saying like, oh, I don't understand this tradition, go a bit deeper and find, okay, what is similar to my own culture? And most likely will be something like how these people feel by doing this tradition, by celebrating this. Is it bringing joy to them? Is it bringing the families together? Is it something that is similar to what you experience back home? Yes. How do you express that? Probably it's through another tradition or another way of behaving, but the similar base, isn't it the same? This is my question for you. Because then you notice that the similarities are bringing us together, not what it like the outcome or the way of performing that feeling is different, but the joy and the togetherness that brings us together. And this is what connects us. Okay. So then, how can you practice this? Hmm. It's a little exercise, okay, for you to practice. Let's be curious, right? We said we're going to be curious. Let's be curious. Next time you go outside, this is the first step you need to take, is be observant. Just be curious. Observe people around you. Maybe it's just, the way they greet to each other, the way, I don't know, the clothes they wear, the way they eat, something. And choose something that sparks some curiosity in you, some interest. Maybe it's food, right? Maybe some sports, whatever it is. And then find a local and ask questions about that. But here is the tip, the pro tip. Ask open questions. And open questions always starts with what or how. Do not ask why, because the moment you ask why, it seems that you are asking for a justification from your your audience. And what you want is something that they want to give you a straight answer. What is the story behind this tradition? Or how do you celebrate this other, custom? How and what? And be open to any answer they will give to you. Okay, and now, and here is the trick. I will encourage you to choose one of these customs, traditions, whatever it is, celebrations, and participate in it. And I know. It's not simple. Okay, well, it's simple, but it's not easy because we always think like, oh, is it going to be too difficult? Are they going to accept me? Is it going to, you will start thinking a lot and like breathe and relax. And I know it's not easy. We are all being there. You feel so inadequate. You feel out of place at the beginning because, yeah, you're not sure what to do. This is exactly when you were a child and your parents took you to do some sort of family tradition and you didn't know what was going on. You all the time were asking mom. This is what is happening. You are connecting with your new culture that is surrounding you. And you didn't even realize that that is what is going on, that you want to be part of this new culture. You want to connect with it. You want to bring your own uniqueness, yes, and your own perspective, yes, but you want it from the point of understanding and embracing and respecting this new culture. And okay, as always, we finish. Well, the last section is to reflect about it. Okay, so today, after you have joined you have done some celebrations, some activities, ask yourself these two questions and reflect upon it. How did it feel to step into that tradition or custom? And the other question is, did it change your perspective, even just a little? And write down your thoughts, any interesting customs you noticed, and even the small things you enjoyed learning about it. So, to recap, embrace this new perspective. Okay, think about the several differences, spot the differences, that realizing that it's not the differences that bring us together, are the similarities. So, focus on the similarities. And then practice something, right? Small things using open questions. How and what? And let me know in the comments section below, what practices did you do? How does it make you feel? How did it make you feel? And if you feel a bit closer to the culture itself and you have less cultural shock right now. And if you want the whole free guide that we are going through these few weeks, you can find the free guide in the section down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.